Hey there, homeschooling mamas. Today we are going to dive into the world of kindergarten homeschool curriculum and the picks that I have for the 2024-2025 school year for my up-and-coming son in kindergarten. So homeschooling has been on the rise, and choosing the right curriculum is crucial for your child's early educational journey. So in this video, we will be exploring the best homeschool kindergarten curriculum options available for this school year, in my opinion. Everybody has different ones. And the curriculum that you choose will have a significant impact on your child's learning and development growth during these formative years. We all make mistakes. We all want to go back and sometimes redo things. So saying that, I know I have mine. So I don't think any curriculum is perfect, but this is definitely what I feel is a really solid foundations and a really solid curriculum from my point of view, and my kids really enjoy it. So now let's talk about some of the challenges that we as parents face when selecting a homeschool curriculum for kindergarten. It's sometimes not easy to pick curriculum that meets our educational standards. It keeps your child engaged, and it aligns with your unique learning style and or your religious beliefs. So the struggle is real, and I am here to help you navigate through it. So next, we will dive into the exciting part, exploring the kindergarten curriculum that I have picked. I'll highlight some of the key features and the benefits and what makes it specifically stand out above some of the others. I do believe that it's essential to find curriculum that resonates with your child and helps kind of set them up for success for that year and maybe in a few years to come. Now, the moment that you've been waiting for, my picks. I have it all kind of laid out here in front of me. I believe that this curriculum truly does excel in quality and keeps my child engaged. I believe it receives glowing reviews among parents that I know personally, and the reviews I've seen also online, and I just believe it's overall highly effective. So stay tuned to discover this game changer for your child's homeschool journey. So we have the good and the beautiful. If you are new here, I'm an avid positive go-getter for the good and the beautiful. So here for our kindergarten, we have the Language Arts and Literature Level K course book. So inside you are going to have 120 lessons. This year we'll be doing 4 lessons a week. So we'll have approximately 30 weeks doing it 4 days a week. And I buffered in 2 sick weeks. So at the beginning, it'll tell you the items that are needed. It's never anything crazy or that you usually don't have lying around. Like it says pencils, scissors, glue, index cards, a spoon, a leaf, or a rock. It's not crazy. Or a paper plate. They have suggested readers with it. And it breaks it down, and then here you'll have the table of contents, and it is broken down into 3 units. So here I'll show you the table of contents real quick, and I'll just kind of roll off some of the things that they have. Let's see, we have vowels, 1-letter words, sight words, reading short sentences, reading spelling 3-letter words, writing short sentences, reading practice, poetry, and then at each unit they have a unit review, word families. Then we start to go into ending consonant blends and reading words with double S, double F, double L, and then we have beginning consonant blends and spelling short words, reading and vocabulary practices, and then we have some blending sounds like ch and th and sh. So, and then we focus on ending like ing, id, plural nouns, being verbs, action verbs, poetry and reading, and spelling. I do think this is, I could see how maybe this is like right on track for some kids. I also can see using this that sometimes you have to go a little slower for certain kids. So it can work really any way. So let's just go to lesson 1. And in The Good and the Beautiful, they add in geography and fabulously done art. So it does punctuation, grammar, spelling, word usage, geography, and art in all of their language arts. So here's lesson 1. It's called Vowels Part 1. And it's going to talk about the picture. And then we're going to review how many letters are in the alphabet. And your vowels, you're going to redo your vowels, which you kind of learned in, they start introducing them in the preschool and pre-K. And then they really focus on the vowels in kindergarten. And then down here, it's a little follow the path. This time, saying the sound of each vowel as you go. And then on the back page, it has an independent practice. It says, a category is a group of things that belong together. In each box, color the item that does not belong in the same category as the other items in the box. So that's it for lesson 1. So let's see if we can go. Okay, here's lesson, maybe we'll skip a little more. Here's lesson 30. This is the CVC words and writing words with A and I and a picture. And here's another activity. And then the last page is always independent practice for them. So that is the gist of it. Let's see if I can go over here, maybe one of the end ones. Here's lesson 114. It's oral narration of a short story, and it talks about the beginning, the middle, and the end of a story. And then this title is The Baby Squirrel, and the child's supposed to draw a picture. And then on the back page, they're supposed to read the sentence and figure out which sentence matches the picture on the bottom of the page. So that is it for the language arts. Kind of a rough run through. And then I have the kindergarten writing paper. I kind of just keep this. I've used it last year for my now first grader. And just if we need extra writing, and I really like to use this, helping them write their name, or if there's a letter that they're really struggling with and we need extra practice, or our address, or my phone number, or numbers, we really have, just kind of use it randomly. They also have their handwriting level K book. And it's really just writing. We do a page a day. And it kind of does a little bit of everything. It's just an easy, sometimes they have little activities like a little maze. So that's what we use for our handwriting. And usually handwriting is done while I'm helping another child, because that's like the one thing I know the kindergarten and the first grader can do on their own. The other part that comes along with the Good and the Beautiful Language Arts curriculum are these books. I'm reusing them from last year. You get them and then you kind of have to put them together, but there's 1 through 30 of them, and they're short stories, and it does direct you in the lesson to read which short story. We did not read all of these last year. We got about halfway through and my daughter was just struggling to read, and these were too challenging. So it does practice the reader that goes along with the correlating lesson. It practices whether it's like blending consonants or like a specific word or a sight word. So they do go along with it. But we stopped those a little bit and we did the fun tales. Just the little books of readers. There's like I think 30 or 40 of them. We use these. That's what we were using. And then I know if you saw in my first grader curriculum, we have a book set from The Good and the Beautiful. So there's also those. And we have the little My First Readers. So we have tons of reading options that we can use. So moving into kindergarten math, we have The Good and the Beautiful, Math K. There is, again, 120 lessons. We're going to do them 4 days a week. And the table of contents inside here, we have numbers 1 to 3, numbers 4 to 5, tally marks, 10 sticks, number practice, counting up to 60, making bonds, addition practice, triangles, introduction to the hundreds chart and counting by tens, sorting and by colors and shapes, patterns, a little bit of place value, mastering right and left, and then we have an introduction to the calendar and how the calendar works and how it's set up. We start by counting by twos and then counting by fives and then I believe counting by tens. But basically they learn to count all the way up from 0 to 100 this year. And we get introduced to the penny and the nickel and I believe the dime. Yep, the dime. And a introduction to subtraction and rhyming and symmetry of patterns. So that is pretty much it. I just flipped to lesson 12. At the beginning, you'll have a blue box at every lesson, which is sort of like a warm-up, but also a review. This one says count from 1 to 20. That's the review. And then we have apparently 10 sticks is what we're going to be learning. And then we have a color by number. And that is it. Let's see if we can go a little farther. Here's lesson 31. We will be dealing with shapes. And in this warm-up, it says count from 20 to 30 and then 70 to 80. And then it says on the whiteboard, have the child draw a plus sign, an equal sign, and 5 tally marks. And then here, their child makes a shape. And then here is a shape search. It's kind of a tongue twister. Shape search. And then here is an example of how they do addition in their math problems. So that is the review of the math. I do remember doing this one. My daughter really loved this one last year. It is counting, but it's a picture of a child's greenhouse. And then the review is watch the Days of the Week song video that they have an app that you can download when you get this, or we go on to the YouTube curriculum on the big TV in our living room and we do that way. And then of course, their Math K box. This was, if you saw my other video, this was their original box with the wooden lid. It just doesn't really, this one's really loose. It just doesn't stay on, but some in the past have been really hard to get on. So I'm excited that they have, the first grade box is like a cardboard with a magnetized strip. So excited for that. But in here, I don't know if you can see, it's got little dividers. We have the 10 sticks, our little game pawns, our cars for a lot of the games that we drive to. And we have our blocks with numbers, and then this one has like plus, minus, equal to sign on it. And then the only other thing that I have specifically for my kindergartner, I had this extra, it's lying around. That's the only reason we may use this. It's from Master Books, which we dabbled in a few years ago. It's the My Story K, My Life and My Family. It's a history curriculum from Master Books. And it just kind of talks about like the environment and the world around you. If he wants to do something specific for history, we'll do it. If not, he will be listening into the Good and the Beautiful Feet history curriculum, which I will be showing in a video. Here's a lesson. This is lesson 24. It says, a taxi is nice and it takes me everywhere twice. And it's talking about different parts of the world and learning what a taxi is. It's really just about like your community and how there's different time zones. The only downfall my family has had with this is it's a lot of reading involved. If you see, it's just a lot of reading, and my kids don't really sit through a ton of reading. So if he wants to do it, we'll do it. If not, it's not going to hurt my feelings not to do it because we have our history curriculum. This is purely if he wants something on his own. So that is the gist of our curriculum. So as we wrap up, let's kind of recap what we discussed today. So choosing the right curriculum for your child, it's not a make it or break it, but it does have a significant impact in your homeschooling journey. And it is sort of like an ongoing adventure. It can shape, I believe, their love for learning, and it can set a really strong foundation for their future academic success, which is also why I think it's important to know what is in the curriculum that you're purchasing. Lastly, I encourage you to explore the good and the beautiful and look into their curriculum further and share your own experiences with kindergarten and homeschooling, and let me know what you found works. We've tried everything. We've tried master books, we've done Sunlight, we've done Abeka, we have done The Good and the Beautiful, we've tried My Father's World. We do a lot of those things. We have tried it all. So I am really looking forward to you sharing with me what you love, because I think there's good things about all of those curriculums, not knocking any of them. I have just found The Good and the Beautiful really is the right fit for our family right now for certain subjects. So lastly, please subscribe to my channel for more educational content with homeschooling, and I'll throw in a little bit of family travel. And thank you for watching, and remember, the best is yet to come in your homeschooling journey, and I am so glad to be along with you for the ride. Bye.